Mr. Dennis Meadows, who will be contesting the Trelawney Northern seat for the People's National Party in the next general election, says he has been receiving death threats on his cell phone from an unknown caller. The Falmouth police are investigating. We received a report from Mr. Meadows indicating that he was threatened via the telephone. We are giving it our full attention. Commander of the Trelawney Police Division, Deputy Superintendent of Police Winston Milton said. Mr. Meadows said the threatening calls from a private number began with his quest to represent the People's National Party. I ignore them as par for the course, but since my formalization as candidate for the People's National Party, the calls have increased in frequency. I decided to install a recorder on my phone which captured the last call, he said. The former government senator, who became a member of the PNP last October, says he remains firm in his resolve to win the seat for the opposition. I will not be daunted or coward in my efforts to represent the People's National Party in the next general election. No intimidating my threats will put me off course in my journey to represent the people of North Trelawney, Meadows said. However, he said he is concerned about the safety of his family, which is why he reported the matter to the police and decided to speak publicly about it. I've moved to improve my personal security and that of my family. As we all observed, people have been killed for less than power, and I will ensure that my family is protected, he added. Meadows had failed in 3 previous attempts to win Trelawney North while on a JLP ticket. The seat is currently held by the JLP's Tova Hamilton, an attorney at law. The climate of Jamaica right now, there is no chance that your life is threatened, and you can't take it lightly, because there is always someone out there ready and willing to prove themselves. If men are out there that are willing to take out a mother and her 10-month-old baby for 500,000 while only getting 100,000 as deposit, and they went ahead and do it, and a 3 man sharing that, it just shows to what level we as a country have sunk into. And still, there is hungrier ones that would have done it for even less. I can see this election coming up is going to be a very crime-infested election. That is why the powers that be is not really doing anything profounded to stop crime and violence, because they all have their own criminals that support them, and they will be needing them to help them win the elections. Have you noticed how nearly every community in Jamaica is flaring up with serious crime and violence right now? Not no little domestic affair alone going on, like gangs taking out gangs. What do you think them doing? Them lining up themselves for power. They want, when the scarce benefit and spoils to hand out is ready, they are in the power of being the persons that receive it. They want to be there to have the handle where they can say, you don't know, say, we help make you win, You understand? To who they think they are helping. So nothing really going to change. You understand? Remember when our beloved Prime Minister won, he said we were going to go to bed and can leave our windows and doors open and go sleep. No, we lock our windows and doors. We still wonder if we need to put a grill around the windows and doors we already grilled. And even then, we still no feel safe same way. All I know as Jamaicans, we better have ourselves in preparation mode because it's going to be a crazy one. You have to put strategies in place to protect yourselves and your family. How you do things can't be business as usual anymore. You have to be even more cautious about who you're around, who around you, where you go, who you know, and even your own family. You have to be cautious because if you don't 100% know them that well, and trust me, you never 100% know anyone, you have to be careful around them as well. So let's keep our eyes open and be prepared for what is to come. However, relatives are saying that a long standing family dispute over land is allegedly the reason for this double murder and injuring of another patron at the bar, which ended up cutting plans short for one of the two elderly victims who was preparing to migrate to the United States. 61-year-old Sylvester Leslie, who was the one relatives said was planning to migrate and join his fiancée in the US. The double takeout is said to have taken place between 6:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Monday. Residents reportedly heard the explosions and found Pusey, who was the target, as no one knew that Leslie was also taken out as well. So it was Tuesday morning now. Residents in the community discovered in bushes Leslie's body. It is theorized that Leslie, who was on his way home, got caught in the gunfire. One of Leslie's relatives placed both hands on her head on Tuesday morning as reality hit that he would no longer be rushing to her assistance whenever there was a manly task to be undertaken at her house. Nobody was looking for this, said the relative, adding that a number of people were in mourning. She said, somebody called me this morning and said to run come because he has passed. I understand that he wasn't supposed to go to work the morning. He was supposed to go and do his medical to go to America. He was a laborer and was the father of 3, said Leslie relative. We don't know what really caused this. A whole lot of shots were fired. It seems to have got caught up in the fire, eyewitness said. When the car stopped, the men just got in on the other man and started shooting him, the relatives claim. Pusey relatives are still in shock and were in no mood to speak. Well, based on the lineup of the whole situation, is that Leslie was on his way home, but he wasn't at the bar where everybody else was with Pusey. He was actually walking behind the area. But because of the kind of weapons the men were firing and they were letting it rip, it looked like some of the shots penetrated the establishment and went through and hit him passing around the other side. So really and truly, it wasn't a deliberate attack on him. It's just that the stray shots caught him off guard and took him out. And even when they called the police at the time and they came for Pusey and the injured man, nobody knew that Leslie was also hit because he wasn't in the area in terms of the establishment that everybody was in. It's the next morning now. People now were going about their own business and realized that Leslie lay down there full up of holes, and they realized that him gone, and had to call back the police. This is what I'm talking about. You're there out there minding your own business, and whatever is happening, not saying that anything here that happened is supposed to happen. It's just that it had nothing to do with Leslie. He was not among the group there having a drink. You know, much things him have on his mind going about his own business, because as his relatives said, he used to get up the morning to go do medical for embassy. You understand? And this happened to him the night before he passed away. Just like that. So now the family is claiming that there has been a long standing land dispute between Pusey and his family, and it has been a miserable situation for Pusey to deal with. So the residents' theory is that it has something to do with the land dispute. Let me tell you something, in this day and age, not even family have loyalty anymore. Remember the music of a thing where they say blood thicker than water? Well, I don't see that, especially when you have distant families. Maybe you and your children and you still have to be cautious, and your mother and your father and that kind of thing. But when you have brothers and uncles and so on fighting over spoils and deadlift, is another situation, that because everybody want the benefits to feed them immediate family, and they don't really care about the other. Why when the Jamaica reached this way? Because I remember it was a community, grow your children, and a community that look out for each other. I remember back in the days, like it's when you get borrowed from foreigner, anybody send anything from abroad for you. I tell you say, if I one bag of rice, everybody I get a cup. You get a cup of rice, you get a soap, you get one tissue. Carry go give Mass Joe. Same treatment, carry go give Miss Brown. Same treatment, carry go give Miss Blake. You know what I mean? Everybody share up and look after each other. Them chop down one bunch of banana. Then kick off. If you can't share up, everybody get dozen. If I ever eat, everybody get our 6. That's how much people cared and love each other. It was even so normal, even if you're cooking and you run out of scallion and time. It was a natural thing that once your neighbor have it, you must get it here. There's no, me not have any. There is just that loyalty. I remember even my grandmother, even she go to the market and buy stuff. Anything she buy and she see she get something cheap, she buy it buy a little extra of it. Yes, when she reach home, she say, you know, so me get that pumpkin a reasonable, and she say she cut one peg and she give that neighbor, yeah. Cut one peg and give the next neighbor, and you know them time that is nice. Nah, tell them, man, them time they just feel safe and comfortable. Now we at an age we appear tear down of each other, bad mind each other, and hate each other for sometimes no real valuable reason. We just turn a hateful set of people. It is sad. It is sad. Because at this age of these people that pass, 76-year-old for Pusey and 61 for Leslie, it not look good at all. It's just an example of where the country is heading.